Hilly, this is going to be a quick update this evening. I noticed yesterday when I was working on this wing, the audio was terrible. I'm hoping that the audio is better this evening. I'm using a kind of a pro setup instead of the webcam microphone. So let me know if the audio sounds better this evening than it did yesterday, or if you can even hear me, which I'm not sure. I have no way to check. I just looked at that other audio, and it was terrible. So I decided I better use a better microphone. Anyway, if you remember last night, I did the superfill on the top side. I was going to do the bottom side tonight, but I'm getting a late start, so this is going to be just a short video. I wanted to let you know where I was at with this. I'm basically just finishing up the center section now, and that'll be the end of the top. Of course, when I go over to John's, we'll take another look at it and make sure that I have all the spots sanded down. Can you guys hear me? Because I don't know whether you can or not. This is the last spot to sand here in the wing. On the top side. Oh. I'm kind of really just winging it tonight for several reasons that I'll let you know tomorrow. But I just sanded this superfill with 180 here, now 320. I appreciate you guys. Let's see. Loud and clear. Great. Thank you very much. Is the audio better this evening than it was yesterday? It was pretty crackly yesterday. I'm using a Rode microphone and sound mixing board. See, the reason why I live stream is the editing. Like right now, I have an Al Rabe video editing in the background. It's rendering right now. And it'll probably take all night to render. Now, for you members, I posted a short clip of this video, but I finally got it figured out how I can get these transferred from CD, which is an MOV file, to MP4. So we got that figured out. But what I'm going to do is that file that I released part of for the members, I'm going to go ahead and release the whole Al Rabe Mustang Part 2 of the finishing techniques that he used on his Mustang inking. And that's going to be kind of a membership drive, because I have a whole lot more of these unseen videos that I want to get out, but they're going to be made available to the members. So if you're not a member, please consider becoming a member to see some of the extra content that I'm going to put out. But this video that I'm rendering right now will go out to everybody. So, of course, Saturday at John's is on for this week. Unless it's flying at the Wagersley, which might happen if the weather's nice. I still haven't flown my Little Tucker yet. Got another thing I want to promote. I don't know how many guys know about this, but there's a website called MikeGoesFlying.com. And if you're looking for Thunderbolt spark plug or glow plugs, he's got them. It's in Victorville, California. Doesn't have a phone number on here, but there's the card. Mike Goes Flying. And pretty reasonable. I think these were $5.99 a piece. I bought a lifetime supply. John bought a lifetime supply. So I talked to Kaz Minato. Well, didn't talk to him. Emailed back and forth with Kaz. And I'm getting a new 85 millimeter handle and a new carbon fiber tank as soon as shipping from Japan opens up. So this airplane will have one of those $100 carbon fiber tanks in it, just like my other airplane. But until then, I might have to use that other tank if I want to fly this, because I don't know if shipping's going to open up before I get this ready to fly. But basically, what I'm doing now is, informing you of Mike Goes Flying, the website. John turned me on to that. And I tried to get a hold of my supplier of Japanese tissue and was informed, it's in England, and was informed that the guy who makes the Japanese tissue in Japan ain't going to make it anymore. So I got to see about buying a lifetime supply of that. And I want to know, why is it anything that works, they quit making? It's really aggravating. I bought a gallon of that lacquer primer, and we still haven't tried it. But I need to get on it and try it, see if I can mix it like DC 540. And if I can, I need to buy 5 gallons more. Like I say, anything that works, they quit making. I keep sanding these cap strips. I'm hoping that this is the right thing. If you ever done any covering, and it's not really a big deal. Not many people look at this, but I do. When the covering lays down on the paper, there's a little squiggly line. If you leave this edge sharp, there's a little squiggly line next to the cap strip, trailing edge, etc. And John has found if we round them edges over, that line doesn't get there. So that's what I'm doing here. Now, when I did my Thunderbolt, when I built those Thunderbolts in 07, I wasn't doing videos. Let's see what they say here. Well, Fred, if you consider mid to late 60s young, I guess. I wish I was. I've been building 55 years. I guess I'm young. Depends on how old you are. I always used to like to, what was that guy's name? I always used to like, he was a World War II vet, like my dad. He was 100 years old. He'd go to Brodax all the time. Oh, now I can't remember his name. I always like to talk to him, too. Old guy's got a lot of good stories to tell. Younger guys better pay attention to them old guys. So, like I say, this is just an update. Lou Woolard, that's who that was. Buenos noches, Miguel. Maybe it's Buenos tardes where you are. I'm not sure. And I wouldn't say I'm the master. I'm just... Of course, I did get a good compliment from Bob Hunt. He said I was one of the best. I don't know. He might be pulling my chain. Builders. Bob Hunt is a very good builder. Him and I disagree on a few things, but not much. Chile. You guys speak Spanish or Portuguese there in Chile? Yeah, I'm getting older, that's for sure. I'm getting colder. What do you guys speak in Chile? Spanish or Portuguese? ¿Quieres tu palabra en español para portugués? I think that's how you say it. Let's see here. Thank you, Craig. I know you speak Australian. Yeah, colder in Chile. Craig is our oldest member. He'll be getting his video clapboard, I think, tomorrow or the next day as an icon instead of the support badge. So that's good. This detail sanding is, this wing's nice. I mean, it's real nice. Let's see if we can get a bird's eye view of it. Got so many damn wires here, it's ridiculous. What happened to the handle? It broke off? I'll be damned, it did. Huh. Gary Sinclair. Fred Berman. Boy, it only shows 3 current viewers, yet I can see like 10 different names on there. Yeah, it's been raining here too. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. I think we'll do a membership chat this week. And how I'll announce that chat is that I'll make a post on the community tab, and that'll give you the chat room link, and you can go into the chat room, turn your camera on, and talk to me live. Lee Machine, Craig. If you go on Stunt Hangar and look for Jim Lee Machine, he'll make you a extra heavy duty shaft extension, and the prop nut will use a Randy Smith style spinner. These are not like a Fox spinner. These are a Fox extension. And Jim can make it any size you want. If you want a 3/4, 1 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, whatever, he'll make it to fit your needs. So let's say you have an airplane that you need to, you put a different engine in or whatever, and you need to adjust it up. I'm going to have to get with Brian Gardner there again. This is a Brian Gardner 60. It has a Brian Gardner liner in it. I have one more liner. From Brian. He's out of Australia. Let me move this so you can see. There we go. Brian's out of Australia, and he sends it to you in a tube like this. You get instructions. That's just tape. Hey, we got a new, Miguel supporter. Thank you, Miguel, for becoming a new member. Brian Gardner makes these ABC pistons and liners for Super Tiger 60s. He also does 46s as well, and the machine work is outstanding. I mean, it's outstanding. And you can take an old beat up Super Tiger 60 or 46 where the ring is dead and turn it into a modern ABC motor. I like his work. These, I think it was about $125 shipped, but it takes your old junk Super Tiger 60 and turns it into a brand new motor. Then, of course, I go to Boca Bearings and get new bearings. You got the motor apart, you might as well put new bearings in it. And he also sends 2 head gaskets and a backplate gasket. So let's get the bearings. I got some bearings I'll put in this too. I think these are the bearings for my these are bearings for my OS 32Fs. I don't know where them Super Tiger bearings are. Probably in the Super Tiger box. I got so much crap here, it's ridiculous. Anyway, so you know Brian Craig? Tell him that I gave him a plug on YouTube. Good machinist. So we had 2 shout outs, one to Brian Gardner and one to Mike Goes Flying. And, 3. We got Jim Lee. You want to go to Lee Machine Shop at Jim Lee. It's on Stunt Hangar. These are about $25 as well. These handmade extensions. You get a prop nut, washer, and an extension of your choice of size. You can also get the line wrapping tool there. The finger drills I use, you can also get this tool. I'm a tool guy, I'm a mechanic. This is a nose ring sander. You put it on the, get your airplane together. You got 80 grit sandpaper on the back of this. You stick it on the shaft, turn it back and forth and sand it until it's loose, and then your spinner fits absolutely perfect. So there's a 64th gap between the spinner and the back plate and the nose ring. So I like these. They come in all, this is a 2-inch. I got them 2.5. Another handy thing Jim Lee makes is these little finger sockets. This is a 1/4-inch socket for a spray bar. You just hold. I got a deep one too in my toolbox. Yeah, I don't know how much you follow my channel, Fred, but I'll show you what I got going here. On that wall there is a Super Tiger 60 in my Monado. On that wall there, hanging in the kitchen, is a Super Tiger 60 in my Junar XL. Then on the floor there, is my Tucker Special. It has an OS 32F reworked. And then up here, that's my last year's Nats plane, the High Roller, which is a I can't even think. 75, PA 75 on a pipe. And it's all right. I like the Super Taggers a lot better for the simple fact it's all about weight. The weight of the difference between a PA 75 and a Super Tagger is only about an ounce in the total weight of the engine. However, you have to have 8 ounces of fuel and a pipe and a header and a carbon prop. I mean, we're talking substantial difference in weight when you start adding all that stuff up. And a Super Tagger 60 is 12 ounces, and you run 6 ounces of fuel. The propellers, I use the 13.6 rev ups. That's really the only prop that works on a Super Tagger. I have I don't know if I've talked about this or not. The 13.6 rev ups. And I have a carbon fiber copy of a rev up. The magic of a Super Tagger 60 is in the propeller. This is an exact copy in carbon fiber. This don't work. You know why? The magic's in the wood. It's this prop weighs 3/4 of an ounce. This weighs 1.5 ounces. This prop flexes. This prop doesn't. This prop scoops and grabs. This prop doesn't. This is like running in low gear, even though it's a 6 pitch. Terrible. So, do I like Super Taggers? You bet. I really like Super Taggers. There's nothing like that growl. So I got to ask you guys, you watched the video yesterday. Is the audio better this evening than it was yesterday? Man, it was really scratchy yesterday. It was popping and squealing. Let me know so I can adjust some things if it's too loud or too bassy or whatever. As soon as that Al Raid video probably won't get finished rendering this evening, but it's got a lot of informative stuff in it. I'm also, this will be going out to the members. Unseen on the internet, how to make Al Raid's shock landing gear. He has some sprung gear. Hey Mike, I'm a guy who really likes lightweight. These are a little bit much in the weight department, but now I'm going to put the first part of that Rabe finishing the Millennium Mustang up, or the second part, because it's a little more interesting than this. This just shows him grinding on it with a body sander. But I have a full set of Bearcat finishing videos from Al. I have the Critical Mass Masters I think there's 3 videos in there. He wanted me to post this. Which is the walk around. See, it's walk around Frankfurt to Rome, arrival in Paris and Charles de Gaulle Airport. See, Al was a real airline pilot. So we're going to put that up for him. That's his wife, Mia. Of course, I can't put this up on YouTube because it's PDFs. This is the masters. 189,997 words, 1,640 pages. Now it is available on the internet if you can find it. But he gave me some extra copies of this to give out. So I might give these away to the members. The thing that gets me is that I got some members like Craig. He's in Australia. It'll cost me $25 to ship a CD there. But we'll see what we can do. I'll rape shop gear. That's a Jim Lee video. For ideas on what to post, if you guys go to my community tab on the channel and post it, I'll see that it pops up, and I'll be able to kind of ascertain what everybody would like to see in the videos. I'm trying to get some well, all I got to do is send a note to Bob Hunt. He's going to send me the Don Typod pilot painting video. It'll make your pilots look so much better. Don Typod was he's passed away, but Don Typod was a fine artist, and he gives a step-by-step detail how to make your pilots look real. That's my Monado has the pilot that I used his techniques. That's what we got here. Yeah. $27.75. This CD is like only 50 cents. Shit. Kind of dumb. I might be able to drop ship, do a drop box somehow, or host it on Stunt Hangar and have my members be able to download it off of Stunt Hangar. That's how I'll do it. Let's see what they say there. Yep, Al Rabe, I got him on speed dial. I talk to him from time to time. Basically, how Al and I became friends is he liked the old hot rock handles, and he couldn't find them. He just couldn't get any, and I had about a dozen brand new hot rock handles, never used, brand new. He said, anybody got any hot rocks? I said, how many you want? He said, many as I can get. I said, okay, well, I boxed them up and shipped them to him. He said, what do I owe you? Nothing. And ever since then, we're kind of, well, I did call him up once before that, before before giving him the hot rocks. I called him up on his Bearcat. I wanted to build his Bearcat, and he didn't know me all that well at that time. And he said, "You can't build this airplane." Shit, I build anything. You gotta know Al. That's just the way Al is. Anyhow, I appreciate you spending the evening with me. I guess we'll stay on another 10 minutes. I probably can find something to talk about if you guys say something on the chat that'll jog my memory. Unfortunately, at work this week, I have to be a painter. I'm going to go in tomorrow and I'm sanding right now. I'm sanding down a truck body. So I've been sanding all day. I'm kind of burnt out on sanding. They painted a truck the wrong color, so I'm not the painter at the shop, but he's painted the truck the wrong color, so it was I've been tasked to make it look right. So we're going to go from single stage to base coat, clear coat, and I'll make it look right. You can't take metallics in single stage and expect it to look like factory. It has to be base coat, clear coat. And you'd think the pro painter would know that. What do I know? I'm just an old guy. I'm the oldest guy in the shop. And I put them guys in the dirt, and they can't work with me. Another thing Al does that I don't really agree with is Al's flaps are about 3 ounces apiece. My flaps are 1/4 ounce. Al uses a carbon fiber push rod for a leading edge. He uses a carbon fiber rod on the trailing edge. Sands them to shape, fiberglasses them, 3 coats of glass, and he wants them as stiff as possible. Well, that's all well and good, but I don't want to build a tank. Let's see what we got said here. Let me see if I can I'll pull a picture of this up and see if we can't, I'll show you this airplane. This is in Winpal's Plane of the Year for 2007. It sat on the front row at the Nats 3 years in a row. Let me pull this up. It's, let's see, gallery. Front row, I think. Well, maybe it's District 6 or District 5, 6. Yeah, let's get a good picture here on the next, front row. Was selected, move picture. Oh, I want to see the next. Not there. Must be on the front row. I'm working on it, guys. Hold, give me a chance here. I've had some nice ones. Oh, there's the. Let's see, it would be on 7 because it would be the oldest. This airplane right here. Let's download this. And download this. Same with my Jazz T-Bolt. That's an instrument panel. Save. Okay, now I gotta bring this up and I want to add a photo. Let's see here. Add a photo. Add display media browser audio image. There we are. Okay. And we're going to browse. It's an instruments desktop. Instrument panel. This one. Open. Okay. I would say that this airplane here was one of my best finishes. I never built a 20 pointer, but that one got 19 and it sat on the front row 3 years in a row. And I crashed that airplane in Memphis. It had a PA-75 on it, and the propeller was a 1545 two blade. It had a Billy Warwich pipe in it, and it was a polyspan covering dope. It was metallic gray to simulate metal. And when I crashed it, I cut the tail section off the airplane. The stab, the rudder, and the back half of the fuselage survived, and I glued it to a state of Missouri plaque and used it as a concourse award. So that was a pretty nice airplane. Like I say, Windpaul has it as plane of the year for 2007. Here's what the tips look like. And then the other side. Boy, we're lagging pretty bad here. Of course, my Continental XL that I sold to a guy on the forum, that was a pretty nice finish as well. My Classic Continental is a nice finish. I mean, they're all pretty nice. I mean, what are you gonna do? I don't know how to do any crappy ones anymore. The Monado is probably a 19 pointer. I think my high roller got 18 points last year at the Nats. My my Crossfire that I had and I sold Jerry, it ended up getting 19 points. That was the checkerboard leading edge orange one. I-beam wing. And let's see. Like I say, I've never built a 20-point airplane. I think 20 points is politics, if you ask me. You know, because there are no 20-pointers. When I judge the Nats, appearance judging, people say, well, that's a 20-pointer. Well, what about that mistake right there? What about this right here? I mean, I can always find something. 20 points means perfect, and I just don't know of any perfect airplanes. I'm still trying. I mean, I keep trying all the time, but I can't get it. There's always a problem. I keep sanding on this rib here, and it just will not go down. going to happen is I'm going to probably have to change it out. Actually, I got it. Looks like, or I'm getting it. There's a spot right there that this rib transitions, and because of the way it's glued on, it doesn't want to sand out. I don't want to sand it with that. And that'll drive me fruit until I get it squared away. That'll show up in the covering big as sore thumb. Well, that's pretty close there. That's pretty good. I'll look at it again tomorrow and we'll see. Well, that ain't right. I'll have to cut that cap strip off and do it again. Can you guys see yeah, you can see the wires in here. This is, I showed this in one of the videos prior on this model. This is Kevlar thread. It goes from one wingtip to the other. It adds an extra spar in it, but for zero weight. It weighs nothing. So that's basically how you make light airplanes, is leave parts off. Well, guys, it's been on 46 minutes now. I want to thank you for watching. I'm sorry I didn't have much to say tonight, but as I say, I've been painting and sanding all day. I'm kind of burnt out. I'll be back tomorrow night. I gotta finish this wing up because Saturday it's going to get covered, and I'll show you how I do that one more time. We're going to cover this with Japanese tissue, and we'll see how that goes. If the wingtips don't straighten out for me in Japanese tissue, it'll get triple aught soak span. I am rounding the cap strips, Terry. They're pretty rounded. And I like the looks of them better than flat. I got to make sure that I get the get these edges broke too. Like there's probably another, there's got to be at least another 10 hours of detail sanding I get to do on this. What'll happen is I'll get over John and say, it's close enough. And then I'll go, why did I do that? And I'm going to have John inspect it and see what he thinks. Because as I stated before, I want to build another airplane that has a finish on it as good as my Thunderbolt, as good as my Monado, as long as it's at 58 ounces. If at 58 ounces, when it gets to 58, I'm stopping painting. And if you think I'm kidding, you can ask John. He'll say, well, that'll be 70 ounces. No, it won't. When I get to whatever my target weight is, that's it. I stop. I'm out of paint. Don't add more paint. Just stop. Rub it, sand it, whatever you got to do to make it look good, but stop painting because you're out. My paint jobs weigh 6 ounces. And how they weigh 6 ounces is I'm on a diet. 1 quart of clear dope is all you get. That's half a quart for substrate and half a quart for top coat. That's about 4 coats of clear dope on the top. If you do a lot of sanding and a lot of prep work, it'll look just fine. You don't need to have a half a gallon of dope on the thing. You just don't. It's 1 quart of clear, 1/2 pint of color. And that's all you get. And if you use more than that, the airplane's way too heavy. Leave parts out, leave paint off. It's pretty simple. Okay, I will be back tomorrow night. Thanks for watching. Welcome to the new member, Miguel. Muchas gracias. And hey, please consider becoming a member, because there's going to be some added stuff in there. And we'll get some outrage videos up. And possibly I'll get one up that should be rendered by the time I wake up tomorrow. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.